Hello guys, welcome to the Enterprising Investor channel. My name is Adriana Gorin, and today I'm gonna talk about something very important that we should learn in school, but we actually don't. This is the FICO score, or the credit score history. In this video, I'm gonna talk about three things. The first one is the easiest way, step by step, how you can build your credit history. The second one is the mistakes you should avoid in your life. And the third one is how to fix your credit score. First of all, you should all know that the credit score shows how responsible you are with the money that is lent to you throughout your credit card, any mortgage, or any lease payment, or even when you go and rent an apartment. You should also know that what people see when they run your credit score is how fast you pay your debts and if you've paid in full, if you're responsible with it. If the bank sees that you can handle all the debts, that you pay it in full and on time, you can get the most favorable interest rate when you try to invest in real estate or even for a lease payment. That's why I would love if you please click the like button and subscribe. The first step you should follow to start building up your credit history is get a secured credit card. This credit card is when you give the bank a deposit of about normally $300 to $500. They use this deposit as a collateral to the credit line they give you in the card. My recommendation is that make sure that the credit card that you get does not have any annual fee, because it's not worth it to pay any annual fee when you're just starting. If you would like me to explain more about credit cards, please comment down below. The second step you should follow is to pay off the credit card in full and on time. You do not need to pay any interest in your card to build up your credit score. That's a myth. Do not need to charge a huge amount of money in the card. Just put some minor spends in the card, such as the gas or any random dinner that you had. And also set up online to automatically pay your card in full when it's due. This will help you avoid any late payment. The third step is repeat the last step for about 6 to 8 months, again and again. Put some random minor expenses on your card, pay it in full and on time, and that way slowly start accumulating credit history. All this will help you gain trust from banks and be able to get an unsecured credit card with better cash rewards or even bonus points. My first unsecured credit card that I had, which is the one that I mostly recommend, is the Bank of America Cash Rewards. With this card, first of all, it's free. You get 1% of cash rewards in all your expenses, 2% in groceries, and 3% in any category you choose, such as gas station, online shoppings, restaurants, travel, pharmacies, and so on. The fourth step is to slowly add more credit cards. This will show multiple lines of credits available to you that you have to use, and this shows the bank that you have all this amount of credit available and still you paid on time and in full. This will help you gain the bank's trust and get that best interest rate when you ask for a loan. Now I'm going to talk about the mistakes that you should avoid. The first one is avoid any late payment. As I said before, it can disqualify you from getting your lovely home that you'd like to have. Since you can get denied for the loan. Every late payment that you have, it will stay on the record for 70 years. Late payments are reported to the credit bureau and added to your report at least 30 days after the due date. What this means is that if something happened to you and you decided to pay your credit card late, it won't be reported to the bureau if it's within those 30 days. So let's say that you pay your credit card 5 days later, it's fine, but you shouldn't be doing it often. My two recommendations are have an auto pay set up in order to pay at least the minimum payment that the credit card is asking. And the second one is use mint.com or the Mint app. It's completely free and it will help you keep track of your credit card's dues. The second mistake is maxing out your credit cards. Since 30% of your credit score comes from credit card utilization, which is only how much credit you have available versus how much credit you use. For example, let's say that you have a $2,000 credit card and you spend it all. You are now seen as a high-risk borrower to lenders and banks. My recommendations are to keep your credit card utilization below 30%. The second one is that if you exceed that 30%, pay it as soon as possible. The third one is have more credit cards to increase your available credit and decrease your card utilization. The third mistake is opening too many credit lines quickly. Since a third-party company do a hard inquiry for each of your credit line that you ask, it affects your credit history for about 3 to 6 months. It will show again that you are a riskier borrower to lenders and banks, and you don't want that. Mistake number 4 is closing old credit lines. Since 15% of your credit score is your credit history, by closing any old credit card will lower your average age of credit score history. Just keep them open even if you don't use it, since they only use their active account history, not your old account history. I know it's a little bit strange, but yeah, just keep them open. If you don't want to use them, have them in your bedroom or I don't know, but don't close them. Mistake number 5 is not having any credit history at all. By paying everything in cash or using only a debit card, you've never borrowed any money because you would think that debts are bad. The entire system based on your credit history, and no lender will lend money to someone that have never asked for money before or never had a credit card. So what banks and lenders want to know if it's you're responsible with your debts, if you're paying in full and on time, as I said before. So the most awful mistake is not having credit history. Now I'm going to explain how you can fix your credit score. If your credit score is lower than 680, you need to continue watching this video, and you should smash the like button as well. If you don't have a good credit history, you will be charged the highest interest rate anytime you apply for a loan, a credit card, a mortgage, and a lease payment. You can even get denied for it. It takes time to improve your credit history, but believe in me, it's worth it. The first thing you should do is run your credit report for free to know what's bringing it down. The main reasons are normally the same, which is not having any credit history, having any late payment, and check out if you have any accounting collections. This happens when your account is seriously past due and the credit card just gives up on you. This bank sells the debt to a third-party collection. This normally happens when you have 150 days late on a payment. You should also look if you have any foreclosure or bankruptcy, which is not a secret, but you never know. So how to fix them? First, the late payments. Late payments you have to pay as soon as possible. It's better to have a 30 days late payment than a 60 days late payment. If you paid in full and still appears, call them up and see if they can remove it. They are not obligated to do it, but you don't lose anything by asking, right? Look for any error in any payment due or any payment date. If there's any, call them up and let them know, because that's gonna affect your credit history and it's an error. If you have any maxed out account, pay it down and your credit score will be fixed within weeks, within 1 to 2 weeks. There's another thing you can do to fix your credit score for a maxed out account. I don't recommend it, but it's the better option if you can't pay it. So if you don't have enough money to pay it out, go and open more credit. They don't care the amount of money you're borrowing. They only care that the percentage use of your available credit is not maxed out. This is not the best solution, as I said before, but it's one solution. If you have any accounting collection, go and try to dispute any error. And if you paid it and still show it, you have to dispute it as well. The second thing you can do to fix your any accounting collection is try to negotiate the payoff, because normally these third-party companies buy your debt for way less money of what it actually is. For example, let's say that you have a $5,000 debt in a credit card. This third party normally buys them for about $500 to $1,000. So everything about $1,000 is profit for them. If you call them, try to negotiate it, and you never know, you can end up paying a $5,000 debt for about $3,000. If you found out that you have any bankruptcy or foreclosures, these are the things that you have to do to fix them up. First one, bankruptcy or foreclosure stays on your records for 7 to 10 years. and trying to remove it will be very difficult, but not impossible. Try to see if there's any error, or if it stays on your record for more than 7 to 10 years, you call them and dispute it. The second and better thing to do when you have any bankruptcy or foreclosure is just work around it and try to build up your credit with something else, so this doesn't impact as much as it usually does. So that was all for today, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I leave you the subscribe button right here and my last video right here. Please click the like button and subscribe. Thank you.